What's happening, my Jacked family? Coach Scott here, jackedafter40.com. I have been kicking it old school all week long. I've been using the same bench, lifting the same barbell and dumbbells that I used as a teenager when I first started getting into lifting. So I thought we'd have a little fun today and do a little Q&A between all of us here in our community, answering some questions about what our training experience was like back in the day when we first got started. So I'm going to be answering the questions in this video. I'm going to list them down below in the description. I would love to hear your responses down in the comment section below. And if you have your own YouTube channel, I'd love for you to record your own video answering these questions as well. I think we're going to have a lot of fun here. Looking forward to hearing your responses. As I'm answering these questions, I'm going to play some training footage from my workouts this week. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. Question number one is, how old were you when you first started getting serious about working out? For myself, I was 13 years old. I started kind of dabbling a little bit when I was a little bit younger. I might do like a couple bicep curls here or there. Always did like push-ups and sit-ups, just like different exercises through sports. But to get serious into weight training, like some sort of structured plan where I was like committed to the process of working out, I was 13 years old. So looking forward to hearing when you got started as well. Be sure to drop your comment down below. Question number two is, what was your motivation to start getting serious about working out? For myself, initially, it was sports, mainly hockey. I'm a smaller guy, grade 9, getting into hockey, playing against guys who were in grade 12, grade 13, and some of them had well over 100 pounds on me. So I was getting bounced around like crazy. So I started working out to gain a little bit of size and be a little bit stronger on my skates. But it quickly shifted to 99% of my motivation being to attract girls, especially when I started getting compliments from other girls about my arms growing or my abs. I mean, that's all I needed to make it all about vanity and attracting the opposite sex there. Question number three is, who were your role models at that time? And for myself, of course, we're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, these guys were in all the blockbuster hits out there. I had their posters on my wall. Jean-Claude in his Bloodsport posters, Stallone with Rambo and Rocky, Schwarzenegger and all his, I had a Terminator poster, and just his bodybuilding type posing posters as well. I mean, my basement was covered with those posters. Arnold's physique impressed me. Stallone's physique, I was inspired by that as well, but there was something about Jean-Claude Van Damme's physique that resonated more with me. I think mainly because his structure is a lot like mine. He wasn't over muscular. He had a very attainable physique in my mind. I just found it very, very impressive. So that's what resonated with me as well. Of course, in addition to those posters, I had all the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models had their posters all over my wall. But my three main role models at that time, I really looked up to those three guys for various different reasons at that time. Question number four is, what kind of music were you listening to back in those early days of lifting? For myself, it was a whole lot of Public Enemy. I swear you could measure my gains by each new album that came out. From It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back at the very beginning. That's when I first started lifting, all the way up to like the mid-90s when Music in Our Message came out. The growth that I experienced between each of those albums is absolutely awesome. Mixed in there was a lot of the old school rap, some LL Cool J, Beastie Boys was another big one in there. And I'd say like once I got up to that point of the mid-90s, so my mid-teenage years there, I started mixing in a little bit more Rage Against Machine in addition to the rap music there. Like those kind of tunes really fired me up. And still, like to this day, when those songs come on when I'm lifting, like I got a playlist with all those songs and albums I listened to back in those days. There's something about that nostalgic feeling of those days when, I mean, just that pure passion that I had back then for lifting, like I feel it coming back out again. So it's a big reason why a lot of times, even when I've been back here lifting in the backyard, I've been playing a lot of those old school tunes just because it fires me up. It just brings a whole different sense and feeling to my workouts. It just makes me want to push harder like I did back then, where I'm just fighting for every ounce of gains that I wanted to make. And I don't know, there's something powerful with music, attaching emotion to our lifting experience. Question number 5 is, what kind of equipment did you have when you first started getting serious with working out? For myself, a lot of what you see here, I got the same York bench, the same barbell set, the same dumbbells. I also had those cement-filled York dumbbells as well. That was the first set that I had. Then I started adding these metal or steel or iron plates, whatever you want to call them. I started adding those to the set. And we also, when I was 13 years old, got a York 2000 multi-gym, had the pec deck, the bench press, shoulder press, the pull down, press down station, leg extension, leg curl. It really had everything that I needed. Eventually kind of grew out to it. It's funny because we'd start kind of makeshifting ways to add more weight to the stack by little extensions where we could throw these York plates on it as well. But man, just such nostalgic feelings thinking back to that multi-gym that I had and how many times I used that pec deck to try to build my chest. Oh man, it just, man, I definitely miss it. I can actually picture walking into the store, the Bob Riem store, to purchase that multi-gym, just the feelings I had, the excitement I had to get it home and start getting really serious about lifting. Because the barbell set, that's what it first started with, was fantastic. But to have the variety of a multi-gym like that was absolutely freaking phenomenal. It's like a kid in a candy store when it came to that. Question number 6 is, did you follow a structured workout plan when you first started getting serious about working out? For myself, when I first started, I basically followed the Joe Weider poster or booklet that came with the dumbbell set. Followed that for a little bit, then it quickly shifted to like body part split routine, especially once I started getting into fitness magazines, because it's basically what all of the bodybuilders were talking about, and all of them were following were body part split type routines. So basically follow that kind of structure. But I mean, honestly, there's a lot of times where we're just winging it, going with what didn't feel sore at the time. There's probably leaning a little bit more towards working arms a little bit more often, maybe chest a little bit more often. Definitely a lot of abs, because it seemed to be what arms and abs is what I got a lot of compliments on. Probably why my arms are, I think, one of my well-known features, I guess you could say. People often talk about how the size of my arms, so it's probably because I got a lot of positive feedback back then, and I probably trained arms a little bit more often than anything else, as well as my abs. Question number 7 is, did you work out alone when you first started getting serious about working out? I'd say for the most part, yes, there was a time period, maybe I think the age of 14, 15, in that time frame where one of my buddies would oftentimes come train with me. I still worked out alone quite a bit, but one of my buddies, his brother actually made it to he was in the OHL and made it to the NHL, and he kind of set us up in a little program as well. So we're kind of following his brother's structured plan for a little while down in my basement. So we had a lot of fun there. It was actually at that time where it really planted the seed for me to open my own gym one day, to really started getting serious about fitness as a profession. I was at the age of 14. I was telling my buddy that I would one day, my goal was to open my own health club, and that did eventually come true. I accomplished that goal. Didn't work out the way I had hoped it to work out, but an incredible experience, and it set me on the path that I am on today. And that ties into question number 8, which is, what kind of impact did working out have on your life in those early years? For myself, without a doubt, it was a huge boost to my confidence, especially hearing compliments from other girls in my class about my arms, my abs, really made me feel good about myself. It even gave me confidence to approach girls in my class. So that was a huge deal for me, and also developing a great sense of pride from seeing the rewards that come from the effort that I was putting into developing my body. And I really gained a keen fascination for the human body, the ability to carve out chiseled details and the ability to build ourselves up by putting in the work. It just fascinated the heck out of me and led to me getting into kinesiology, because I had that keen fascination with the human body. I wanted to learn more anatomy, biomechanics, physiology. So it set me on that path, which led to my path of training, coaching, and where I'm at today. So it really had a tremendous impact on my life. It started in those early days, 13 years old, really instilling those values all the way back then that set me on the path where I'm at today. And now it's your turn. I would love to hear your responses to those 8 questions in the comment section down below. Again, if you have your own YouTube channel, I'd love for you to record your own video answering these questions. I look forward to hearing your responses. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Hope you have yourself an absolutely amazing day. Thanks for watching this video. I'll catch you in the next one.